Alright, hopefully this works today. Immediately you probably noticed that there is a lot less background noise, and that's because I have the fan off for the first time in like 4 days. It's still very warm, but I was feeling cold as the fan was blowing on me. Of course, that might change and I might turn it on again later. And in fact, that probably will most likely happen. But yes, fan is off. You're welcome. A lot less background noise, but not you're welcome because I might turn it on. But hello everybody, and thank you Scorpy for the host as well. I assume you can see today. Watch the stream. It is. Alright, I'm actually going to jump straight into this today, not doing Jungle Jamble, because I've been doing some practicing beforehand, and I actually have been doing pretty well today. So, I'm just going to do a bit of comparing, looking at things first, and see where things go from here. So, I wanted to take a look at this. That's a potential target after European tops if I decide to go on further. Though I doubt I will, but I'm going to just take a look just to see. How is everyone today though? Let's get rid of some of these notifications on the tablet. So I think these are actually surprisingly quite close up until the last lap. Or the complete opposite. But I'm not too sure. So I think they probably retain this distance between them, I would say. It's roughly like... Actually, that's slightly less than 0.06, especially now. Half of it exactly. So it's a pretty close comparison this whole time. The thing that Thomas does wrong a lot is go too far to the left for his shrooms. That's a big thing to take note of. If I am to try and overtake his time. I apologise. I haven't even started playing and I'm already feeling a bit stuffy, so fan is going on. That didn't last long. And I knew it probably would be the case. What else do I want to take a look at? Let's take a look at that in comparison to all the 0.3s that don't use triple. So that would be Steve, Jimbo, Nobuo. That's a good mix. I have yet to have had like a whole double mini turbo 0.3 comparison actually. I would always do the 0.4s, which I'm now well within in my collection, so nice to change things up a little bit. I think Nobuo is probably going to be the one that's ahead most of this time. I should probably compare with his lap 1 individually. Just because he does this ending bit really well. In fact, apparently, I think Lewis said he was the one that pioneered that. drink. Yeah. So, Thomas's shrooms are definitely the weakest aspect of his run. Because he could have quite easily gotten a low 0.3 there, actually. And he, did not. But it's probably a good thing, because that would have made things a slight bit harder. 10th would have been the low 0.3. So... I thought of one. I was doing... wait, which way should I have gone? I should have probably gone the other way. I've done Tyler's 107 and Nobuo. But let's do Nobuo and me. Oh, Tyler's 107 in this run, even. I'll pass him quite easily here. Shroom's better. That's hard to tell, actually. Oh, let me restart that. I need to take a closer look at that. Hello, Andy. Right, it's this bit. Let's take a look. My God, it looks about the same. I really can't tell. I'll have to look at it from his perspective. It's annoying. They don't need to be sharp at the start. Nobuo aligned too far to the left, so he was very close to the pipe. I'll actually show you. He's very close to hitting the pipe. I forgot to select the thing. So though Nobuo's turn is quick on his release of the mini turbo, his alignment wasn't correct. However, the current world record does it better than that. There you go. So he had to turn a little bit there to avoid the pipe. His shroom alignment was terrible. That's about the same. That's surprising. Okay. That's nice to know. That means that's definitely improved. Because in the past, when Lewis would always get me to compare myself to Nobuo, I would always lose a little bit of time. And that just there shows that I didn't lose any time, which means my endings have improved, which is nice. That's good to know. Let's refresh the capture card because I am not happy that that's in sync. And then we'll get right into this. That's better. The Mii's on the side could have masks. Masks? Why? As in, like, an actual mask masking them in the photo editing software, or... Oh. You're just being silly. Well, if I gave them actual masks, then you probably won't be able to tell who they are. Oh yeah, I've gotten better at that, which is nice. Wow, that beginning of that triple was not very nice. So hard to do though, it really hurts actually. That was a good start. The Corona mouth mask. Mii's don't need them. They are fine without them. They are immune. Unless coronavirus can suddenly jump into electronic devices, I wouldn't be concerned. The Mii's are safer than I am. It'd be cool though if you could actually get like a mask feature on the Wii. Like, as in like they came up with an update or something for the Mii's, so that you can have a mask for them. Oh. I could annihilate my PB, but consistency, that's a big downfall. How are you doing, by the way, Scorpio? I assume you can hear me and everything. Considering you responded to a lot of what I said just there and then. And have you been playing more Goldmine as well? I remember last time we spoke, you said you were playing that. It actually shocks me that Goldmine is almost all the way down to like 150s worldwide tops. I think 10th is either like a very low 0.1 or a 0.0 now. Did you say something? My phone's had low volume. I've been away for a few days. I was in like actually out of house. I was just asking how you were and if you've been playing Goldmine still. That's all I said. I'm fine, thank you. Okay. Good to hear. Good, good, good. I think I'm also fine. Tired at the moment as I woke up at 6 AM yourself. I am not tired. Because I mean, I got very close to like staying up to that time actually. 6 AM. It was getting close to It was getting close to, I think, 4 or 5 a.m. when I was going to bed last night, but I don't know. I made an attempt at, what did I do? I did something that kept me up. And I can't actually remember it. Because it wasn't intentional, I was actually pretty tired. And I've slept it all off. Yuck. That was a good triple up until the last bit. It's nice being able to sleep now. Not really much on, that's very true. And you can sleep to quite late usually. Like I usually wake up at like 11ish or something now. When I think today's a Friday. I would be Friday. If it was a normal Friday, lockdown didn't happen or any of this shit, I wouldn't be streaming or playing today at all. I would have done my volunteering and then in the evening I would have been gone to to the studio. I would have only just got home around about now actually. It is, there you go then. I do miss it though. I'm so, oof, I don't know. I was actually looking at some videos I took when I first started going to, the studio. Yeah, I can't go out to record anywhere or something. I mean, I can go on walks and stuff and take pictures, and that's what I do every now and then with my sister's DSLR camera. I went out a couple of weeks ago, and I took the picture in the background, actually. It's quite nice. What was I going to say? When I was actively started going to the studio, because I have to catch the train there, I'd never usually caught the train when it was dark. I was on the train coming home around about this time at night when it was dark and the trains were quiet. Like beforehand, I would catch a train because I used to go to college in a similar area. So it would be light usually when I caught that. And it was back when it was all rainy and everything, so I'd just be sat on the train, and because trains don't need like lampposts or anything to guide them along the tracks in the same sense as cars do. It was just completely dark outside, and then the lights inside the train made it so that you couldn't really adjust to see out the window, so it was just like completely black out the window, and then you just have the reflections of the light in the window from the train, so you couldn't see anything unless you pulled up at a station where all the lights would then be. And so, and then it was back when it was all rainy and everything, and so you would get all the raindrops landing on the windows, and then as the train started moving, they'd all be rolling along the window, and that's all you could see. And I had a few clips taken on my tablet of just me filming the raindrops running along the window with the hum of the train in the background, and there was just me in an empty carriage on my own. And Because I haven't properly travelled anywhere like that since March. Literally, the 13th of March is the last time I went anywhere. It was my friend's birthday. I would occasionally before I go to bed or do anything else, I would pull up all these old videos and pictures that I took on the train, from the train or at the station, and just look through them and be like, oh, travelling. But whatever. Got to put up with what we, with the best of what we got at the moment. Yeah, I love the backgrounds, thanks. Now they've changed. Same shame longer ones are so expensive. It makes people grateful for what they had. Indeed. And yeah, the train expenses are really strange. Costs over £6 to go to where I need to be, which is actually a reasonable price, and I'd happily pay that every Friday. Honestly. But then there will be places like London, which is just roughly twice the distance. So don't forget, like, from where I need to go, from my house to the studio is about £6. From my house to London, it was like £20. And I was like, what? That's double the distance. You would have thought it would be 12, but nope, 20. Just that. Wow. Yeah, and then it gets even more ridiculous further over. Also, about 10 times more people walk on the public footpaths where I live now. Ironic, as they have been told to stay at home. That's exactly what I was, that's exactly the same around here, Scorpy. Like, when the last 3 times I've been out, because I've only left the house 3 times in the whole lockdown, I've passed more people in all 3 places that I've gone to than I ever before there. They're just people walking around everywhere. And it's actually ridiculous. But it also makes sense, because I can't really do anything else, so. It doesn't make sense. Well, no, it does make sense, but it's just like, ugh. Because you would kind of, if you want to go anywhere walking, especially at these points in times, you kind of just want to make sure that you go somewhere and you just would be alone. That's why I would leave the house and go on a walk before the lockdown. I can't even do that now. They fear they'll be too unfit if they catch it, so they get fitter in case. That actually is a reasonable point. And hello, Brett. Hello from work. I make sense at work. Hope you're doing well, and hope work is not too stressful. Let's finish a lap 1 for Brett. Oh shit, the bed, that's not gonna go well. I hate the ending so much. Ugh. Oh. That was too smart for it to cross my mind. Should I go for Yoshi Day Tripper BKT on here? Or is that on Peach Gardens? I don't actually remember what the Peach Tripper, I was about to say, the Day Tripper is. For me, I think that's the chariot looking one, isn't it? Let me take a look. I only think of the song when I hear that vehicle. Day Tripper. Is that a Beatles song? The Royal Raceway. This is the Day Tripper, isn't it? I think. I wouldn't think of anything else. This is the Day Tripper. There it is. Look at that thing. And hello, Adam. Sure, I already have BC Wii Yoshi Day Tripper 1 Orange Mini Turbo only. 7 more hits must sing while Luigi pinball song while playing BKT. That's the Day Tripper. Okay. I wonder how you would actually drive this track. Let me just take a little procrastination. Ugh! The camera angle's different. Its turning's actually pretty good. Not as good as I thought it was though, clearly. If only Waluigi Pinball was in Mario Kart and Deluxe. Maybe someone's made a whatchamacallit of it. A custom track of it. I don't want to play with this, it's too weird. And you thought I was making that up. Oh god, what? What is this thing? Oh boy. Do I need to plug headphones in for this? Brett's Weird Bowser's Castle Competition 256.685 American record by Brett. Oh boy. Hold on. Let me get headphones. Oh, I don't even have my audio device plugged in. That's whoopsie. This is gonna probably lag stream. That's loud. I don't know what to say about that. Well done? Question mark? Well done, question mark. I'll say that. There you go. It's entirely up to you, Scorpy. You can switch to lurking if you did. I'm fairly sure that's the BKT though. What, for all the categories you listed, or just Yoshi Day Tripper? Or whatever. I could try and beat it if you want. Not with all the other category things though. It was intentionally supposed to be 5 wall hits, but I hit the last 2 on accident. Fair enough. The more the better, I guess. For all those categories. I mean, probably is. There might be a really casual player who just unlocked it one day and then just used it and didn't know what they were doing and crashed into like 7 walls. But yeah. We don't know. BKT is yours for all we are concerned. CTGPU is still in the works, so it's possible I saw someone did make it recently. CTGPU is still in the works. That's surprising, because I thought that was announced like 6 years ago or something now. I thought that would have been at least somewhat finished. We did only get 1 orange mini turbo and sing the Waluigi. But did he get 1 orange mini turbo and sing the Waluigi pinball tune? I don't know about singing the Waluigi pinball tune because we had Nightcore Rick Astley over the top of it, whatever you would call that. But I wasn't paying attention to the mini turbos. I was just watching just the whole thing kind of unfold. I need to resync the capture card now. Playing that video lagged everything. Got delayed 3 years because Nintendo started taking down Mr. Bean. What? That wouldn't have even related to CTGPU. Mr. Bean isn't controlling CTGPU. If it's made by anyone, it's by someone else. No, Mr. Bean did get started getting his videos removed. I do remember that, but I don't think it had any relation. And hello, Sean. You just missed Nightcore Rick Astley. After Nintendo stopped Wii U support, things started to become relaxed. What? Nintendo haven't stopped Wii U support, have they? Did I miss you watching Tom and Beanie Weenie meet up? Yes and no. I actually did see that video years and years ago. So yes for that, but no for recently. If I PB today, we'll watch it on stream. How's that? I will react to the whole video. It's a possibility I could PB, but we'll see. I beg for it to be on stream. It's a classic. No, I guess you better beg for me to get a PB. Truthfully, I made that one because some noob made a baby boost to Rainbow Road time and claimed it was world record because no one had faster, so I made the most insane category I could think of and set a run with it. That actually makes some sense. So yeah, hello, your #1 viewer has returned. Is that Shadow? I saw something to do with that and then it disappeared off the side forever. Oh, your #1 VIP viewer has arrived. Does that mean you finally took second on the leaderboard? Meanwhile, Fatality is driving 47.4 laps on this track? My circuit world record 1:17.863. Oh my god. It would actually be a world record if I got that as a time, but that's never gonna fucking happen. I would adore that though, if that was a run. I would absolutely adore that. Also, Double Dash is getting custom tracks, but I'd probably have to play them on Dolphin if I do. I wouldn't know how you would get them on the GameCube anyways without like rewriting the disc. Yeah, Sweetie's a VIP. Sweetie's one of the OG VIPs. I think he's actually the very, very first VIP that I added. Oh, so is your controller physically doesn't let you hop without you having to pause? That's I feel like I knew that, but I also feel like that's news to me. That's interesting. So you're gonna try and get hold of another GameCube controller at some point, Brett, then, I assume? Or... not all GCNs are equal. I think my cousin actually told me something similar, because he said that like the GameCube, where the GameCube controllers are all manufactured, they're all in different places, and some places do like really good quality checks of said GameCube controllers, and others do like really poor ones, and so they can vary with what you get. And he was telling me, because he uses the GameCube controllers for Smash or something, that you just have to get like, it's just pot luck with what type of GameCube controller you get, or something like that. I need a GCN that can hop. Of course, Alex has two. They both hop. Maybe Alex can send you one. Classic does, but I can't play with it. Have you ever looked at using the Hori Classic GameCube controllers, Brett? Because that's the one that I use. It's like it plugs in as a classic controller, but it's a GameCube controller layout. That might be worth looking into. Speaking of GameCube controllers, I'm going to make sure that I still try to afford a white one, whether it's the first or the Super Smash Bros. 4 one. Fair enough. No, never used one of those. Is there a pic? I could probably try and find one. Let me take a quick look on the internet. I'll use this computer over here actually. Ugh. There's a lot of really weird ones. I found the link of it on Amazon actually. Hold on, let me see if I can get to my Twitch. This thing. So that's the controller there, Brett. I found the Amazon link to it, but it has pictures, so there you go. I have some good news and bad news. What's the bad news? Sorry, I have to tell the good news first. Does it hop? Shall I go and try and find out? I don't know how well I would do as a job of finding out for you, but I could give it a go. What was that? So it's just pulling the analog stick left and right, isn't it? Need auto, of course. I'm going to try Luigi Circuit just so I have a bit more room to move around. Just press right and left on the control stick. Okay. Is this hopping? It looks like it is. I can't tell though. I'm not moving very quick. I can't do it very well. Too fast. It looks like it is. The controller is loud. Good. This feels like it is doing it. Not as good as Alex's. Okay. Well, there you go. Well, maybe it's close to his. I mean, I guess the best thing to do would be to try it out for yourself, because you'll probably know what to actually do with it. I have no idea. Let's do one attempt of spear auto. On here. That's it. No. I want to try and do the hedge maze. I can't do it for real at all. Ugh. Seemed like you were testing it properly. Okay. Well, I gave it my best shot, so make of it what you will. Back to how we were doing things before. What's this rated? Rated? Wait, huh? Good news is that I got my newest friend to buy a capture card sometime next month when he is expecting it to arrive at his house. Cool. What's the bad news? The bad news is my house burnt down. I don't want that to be the bad news. that RPG segment must be rated X. Okay. that's good enough for me. I got no idea how to automatic at all. Can you get a 118 on MC3 with bullet? Maybe. But I've not tested it out at all. You have 118 with 3 vehicles. Do I? Wait, what's the third vehicle? Oh, then you will have a 118 with 3 vehicles. Oh, okay. I'm just being a dumb piece of crap. Scorpio already has a 118 with bullet bike here, I believe. Oh, the bad news is instead of Ava Media, he bought an Elgato HD60. Ah, dear. Did he not listen to you then? I will grind for a 118.7 one day, I promise. I'm using an Ava Media right now. And it's behind the end for some reason. Hold on, let me fix that. That's better. And Nil actually still uses his LGP, which is kind of interesting. He upgraded to the LGX, but I believe he still just uses the LGP. It's interesting. I was going to upgrade to the LGX, but I've just decided not to at the moment. I just don't feel the need. It's not my friend didn't listen to me. It's what he wanted to get. Fair enough. Should try Bullet Bite right now. Me? I would have to relearn the double the double mini turbo. Because Bullet will not be able to do this. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't. And the shortcut as well, actually. I've been grinding that for ages, trying to get the shortcut good. I bet you've played MC3 more than every other track combined. I would agree with you in that sense, Brett. I don't know for certain, but it's a very high possibility. I wouldn't even know what would be the second most played track for me. Probably... Oh God, what would it be? I don't even know. I cannot think of anything. It would probably be a Mario Kart 8 track. Or a custom track. I play... It actually might be Delfino. Might be Delfino. I'm only thinking of that because of Concord Town. I played Concord Town a shit ton. Peach, and Peach Circuit, GBA Peach Circuit, I played that one a lot. I played Handy's Gardens. Yeah. I actually played that today. No one's beating R2 times on there, Brett. Because I've got my ghost is the beginner staff ghost, and then your ghost is the expert staff ghost. No one's even beaten me. We're just casually first and second. What's your LC time? A 110. It's either a 110.3 or a 110.2. I don't actually remember. I think I would say 3, but I'm gonna do LC later this year. Actually, I'm hoping to do it. The expert staff ghost is a 159.5. You could probably still beat me, Sean. It's only like 6 seconds lower. I'm just grinding the 109. Not fun. Good luck. It does get very stressful once you start pushing to that point or past it, so best of luck there. No, because I don't know Flame Runner. Wait, what's going on? Oh, I missed a paragraph from Shadow. I better read that out. The thing is, my friend always wanted capture cards in general, however, he never had the time or the money to afford one. Okay. And Scorpio agreeing not to do it now. That's good. I'm not great with spear. Sean, I think you have to learn spear automatic if you want Brett to teach you even something. Well, you could ask King Alex. You can't beat the Staff Ghost. All you need to do is drive the track. Shall I show you a semi-decent Bowser bike time on stream or something? And then you could try and look at it and see how it drives and pick it apart. Not to say you tried to beat the ghost on the track. Well, then try! Duh, that's your problem. God. Staff Ghost on Peach Gardens. It's your worst reg. Let's take a look at it then, shall we? I'm barely getting to play this again tonight. Just Handy's request service almost. Let's take a look. That triple was terrible. I don't want to entertain that one. Ba 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 ba. This is who I've looked at to learn most of the ones. Most of the driving from this. Or try to. My driving's not as good, but it's somewhat similar. It follows the lines of this. You got that bit there, which confuses me. This is probably the bit that loses a lot of people time. And this bit. And then in this bit, to go off the stairs, you need to... Actually, I don't think he does it. I wheelie off the stairs still, but he doesn't do it. Two people from Japan to subscribe to your YouTube channel. How do you know they're from Japan? Is there even a way to tell anymore on YouTube? Or did they just have Japanese names? He doesn't do the stairs then. That's interesting. He's going to go for it there. Who is this guy? I think he's an old Japanese player called Ichi. He was actually, as far as I found, the first person to use the triple mini turbo in the Bowser Bike BKT on MC3. That's why I've got his times on here. One is a Sonic fan like I am, and he streams racing games on his channel. The other person created an F-Zero ROM hack, and I'll be streaming it live at some point. Oh, well there you go. Common ground. Nice to see. Right. Oh, okay, so they're not just random accounts on YouTube. You kind of know, you kind of have a connection to them in some way. I will not get 117 ever. I don't actually think I'd even break the .2s. This might even be my last milestone here. But who knows? I've said that for everything since subbing the 120, so... You could also be right, but I doubt it. There's not much left. Me here. I don't think I will. If I will, it would not be me. It'll be someone else. Probably Lewis. Just being me instead. But I've already got good. This is about as good as I can get, actually. The next thing I would need to do is get consistent. And there's a mental block regarding that. 118,463. That's... I think that's Totem's time. Interestingly enough. I haven't seen anyone get a 118,316, so that'd be good. I can't get much better than the European tops. A very, very low 0.3, I think, is the absolute best I can do at the moment. A 0.2's pushing it. And I don't think I'm mentally capable of getting that far up in the list. It's hard to explain. Driving's there. Ish. Not really. Definitely not at the moment. Something's happened. I was doing well earlier. Should have not streamed. Maybe. The Sonic fan also has an actual copy of DKR for his Nintendo 64. That's interesting. I only realised that was a thing when I played custom tracks, the Diddy Kong Racing. The Diddy Kong Racing tracks were there. And I played with my cousin, and he identified them as the Diddy Kong Racing tracks. Oh, okay. I need to stop just a little bit. Alrighty then, Shadow. I need to focus a bit more now. That's annoying. Too far to the left. I've been in it. Hello, Jake. Raiding? That means you were streaming something. How are you today? Oh. Nah, I didn't like that ending. Is that... Hello, Chivia? I can't see what's in the middle there. Was doing top 100 pre-release showcase stream. Actually was going to speedrun all 120 tracks on there until a track crashes and realise 4 tracks crashes. And they resolved 1, but the other 3 still crash. So it ended. I see. Well, hopefully that can get fixed. Thought I already followed, but I guess not. Maybe. If you just followed now, then thanks. If you were followed and I didn't realise, then I'm sorry. The pack gets released to the public tomorrow? Wow, that's terrible. Oh dear, no. That's not good at all. Oh dear. Did you let the creators know that of the crashes? Because I think if they don't, or if they already know, then that's terrible. One of them was there on stream. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yuck. There's something I really want to do with you sometime. What is that? What is the something? It's not an online TT's 1v1, is it? Oh, I took the words right out of your mouth. An online TT's what? A 1v1 MC3 only. I don't know about that. It sounds actually like it'd be a good thing if I can get my consistency together. Oh, you bitch. I missed the analog stick. Oh, it's Chavis. I didn't know you were here. Of course. There shall be no donations here tonight. Not unless I get something good. I hope. That lap could have been good, and I just fucked up the second to last turn. You hope, yes. I'm doing not very well at the moment. I was doing really well off stream beforehand. On streams, just no. The session that I had, like, the day before yesterday was obscene. That was a really great session. Doesn't contend this, though. For God's sake, Jake. At least it was only 1 bit. And thank you, I guess. No! Don't do that! Thank you, Jake. No more, please. Hello again, Sean. Are the sounds to the bits working, actually? I do not know. I hope they are. The alerts are sadly cramped all the way off into the right-hand side, so probably can't see them very well, but... Vote now, despite I got paid today, so yeah. I heard and saw it. Good, good, good. So I wanted the, I wanted to move the alerts out the way of the graphics on the left-hand side, but I didn't want the alerts covering over the screen, just in case something interesting happens and I need to crop the screen. You know what I mean? Wow, the beginnings are just shit today. I swear it's 90% of my time is just this. And hello again, Shadow. You and Sean went and kind of came back at the same time, it seemed. Have you found yourself another Sean? It's better than me. I wouldn't go that far. He can't play Peach Gardens properly. Okay. I moved. You've seen me play other things other than MC3. Don't lie to yourself. I've played all tracks. A handful of them not very well, but I've played them. Yes, I do remember what you said when I played Waluigi Stadium. I actually never want to play Waluigi Stadium again. But anyways, Waluigi's an irrelevant track, so it doesn't matter. At least it is to me anyways. Got a good soundtrack though, I'll give it that. Got its own soundtrack and its very own Ace Beaton. can't get any better than this. Any better than that. Better than me at LC by point 2. Cool. What the hell? Moth? Why? What? Moths can hover? That was strange. It just hovered in front of my nose. Stop doing that. Go somewhere else. Jesus. Maybe it's trying to talk to me. I don't know. I can't speak moth. Luigi's actually one of the ones I want to work on. After this. After I hopefully get European tops on this. I was going to move to Luigi to try grinding for a 109. Fair enough. You could do it when I do it at the same time, Sean. Grind it together. Race to the 110 sub. See who gets it first. Oh dear God. Fucking hell, this moth. I'm surprised I still timed that with it flying straight in the way. Oh, this is disgusting. Where's that thing gone? I'll go and throw it outside. Moths are usually welcome in my room because they're actually quite pretty at this time of year, so I like looking at them. But this one's just annoying. Oh, the Fell Mushroom Bridge lap 3 on a 0.7 pace like today. Well, I mean, you have about probably 8 months until I start making progress here, so, you know. You got time to fail a 0.4 pace or whatever's possible on that track, I don't know. Before we have to both move to LC. And play it together. His name was in the way, but I still got a decent shroom at that. And this is alright. Mid, low 2 maybe? Low, cool. shit. Fuck you then. Why not? We can be in the same building if lockdown isn't taking place at the time. With Bradley Wadley and Jacob and his Jordan and his dog. And Uncle Ben and Big Boy Brett. We'll all be here together grinding Luigi's Circuit. Fuck you, Pipe. You don't think your parents would approve? We'll let them meet me first. Also, my Wii is an explosion waiting to happen. As in, like, it sounds like the fan's not working correctly. Or the disk drive makes an atrocious sound when you use it. I don't know how long you'll be streaming for, but I'm 20 experience points away from second. You'll probably get that today, Shadow. Chavis, what are you doing? Don't follow Jake's lead. He's not a very good role model at all. But thanks for the 7 bits. And hello, Fizz. That's not right. No, don't do it again. They don't like me meeting people from the internet. I mean, it makes sense. Parents can be a little iffy about that, and they just want to protect you. Mine are somewhat similar. I've still only, of course, they just didn't want that to be a case or scenario at all when I was younger, but as soon as I'm old enough to think about that for myself, then they seemed okay when Jacob and Jordan came down. But the thing is with that as well is that I arranged it with Jacob and Jordan before I even told my parents about it. So I didn't ask them. About it. I arranged it with them before they came down. And then just told them that it was happening. Though I think because they met Jacob and Jordan, and my family actually took quite a nice liking to them. Like, my grandma asks about my grandma for some reason really likes Jordan. Asks about her every now and then, and if she's doing all right. But I think now that they met those two, it was actually like a good experience. Then I think they're a bit more open to it, but you can never tell what's going to go down. And I live in North Wales and you live in England, and I'm only 16, so we'll be in sixth form. Very true. North Wales is like 3 or 4 hours away from here. But I mean, my aunt's boyfriend actually lives somewhere up in North Wales, and we actually went, in 2017, I went to a camping trip in Wales, so I don't know if you're anywhere near Snowdon at all, but we were within the same sort of mountain area as Snowdon. I can't remember the exact area we were in without looking it up. Is it Snowdon? Or am I getting that mixed up as well? It's like an hour away. Okay. So, I guess we've somewhat been within the same vicinity. I mean, we weren't very close to it, but if you went up into the mountains or the hills, you could see it off in the distance. You've climbed Snowdon. I've climbed Snowdon too. I was very, very little though when I actually did so. I've not really climbed it as much as go up it in like a cable car. I was like 13. I think actually when I went up it, it was before you were even born, Sean, because it was before my sister was born and you're both the same age. I think it's either that or my sister had just been born, so I must have been like 5 or 6. Because I went up Ben Nevis as well, and I think that was before my sister was born. Hello again, Jake. I've completed a lap or 2 since you've been here. And got into a conversation with Sean about mountains. Chavis donated the total of 14 bits. Did 7 at first, and I said, please don't copy Jake, he's not a good role model. And then he gave 7 more. I mean, she's turning 17 this year. So she might be like a few months older or so. When I went up Ben Nevis, my mum was still pregnant with my sister. I actually remember it as well. It was because Ben Nevis is so high up, it breaks the cloud line, so we were just stood at the top and we just couldn't see anything, and it was atrociously windy. Yeah, no. There's no reason to explain what you don't know. It's quite blatant. The one and only bit plus 99 in the next message. I think that adds up to 100. Almost a year older. Wait, you're 16 next February, so you're 15 at the moment? Oh, there you go then. So no, when I went up Snowdon, you probably weren't born yet. That's interesting. That feels weird. And yeah, it probably is a bit strange as well. Talking to people younger than my sister over the internet. I'm older than someone. Jake, you're actually not the youngest person by quite a bit here. Oh, you're 17 next February. Okay. I still feel like Amin's like 13. Even though I'm pretty sure he's not. Yeah, Shadow's old. Shadow's one of the oldest that comes here. If not the oldest. Lewis and Brett are... I'm the youngest, 14. There you go. You are young. Fizz is about the same age as the girls that I teach guitar. Actually. They both turned 14 this January. And I started playing guitar 14 years ago, roughly, so it'll be 14 years ago that come this like November time. Turning 30 in July. Yeah, you're probably the oldest one then. Oh, McTodas is 13. So Fizz is not the youngest. 13, Jesus Lord. Is 13's the same age as my cousin's dog? I believe actually he's 14 late in November. I still remember when he was a puppy. I'm very good at Sonic 1. That's probably... I would expect that's your childhood game, Shadow. I mean, to be honest, the first ever Sonic was my childhood game as well. Because I played it off my dad's old Sega system. Just barely made the deadline. Oh, it's weird when you get into discussions about ages. It's just that my cousin is turning 30 and is very good at Sonic. And is in Wuhan right now. Ah, so you're calling out Shadow, asking Shadow to see if he's your cousin. Nah, Shadow's American, sadly. Wuhan. Sounds like a Chinese place, but I know it's not. Hi, Bradley. How are you doing? I completely forgot what you said about if you're about free, and when you are free or not for Mario Maker. I think you'll have to copy and paste me a paragraph on Discord so that I remember. But Nil's up for playing anytime next week, so we just got to sort out Potato Boy and then we're golden, I think. Not good. Oh boy. Is that because of the outcome of last night? How many ciders did you end up finishing off in total? Was it more than 7? You carry on going afterwards. 9. Oh my goodness. And a few chugs of vodka. Oh god. Why do you do this to yourself? Did I genuinely stress you out so much about not liking Wario Stadium? I hope that's not the case. And got to the point of throwing up. At least you actually threw it all up again, I guess. Better than, like, having it stay inside and causing you alcohol poisoning and having to get it all pumped out. I think it's probably the better way to go. Oh, we're sadly not on pace for not very good paces today. Do 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 do. Yes, Floopy is still in the same place. But you have to keep checking. She'll move one day. When you're not expecting it. Look at Discord, okay. You haven't sent me a picture of you throwing up all over the place, have you? Alright, thank you, Bradley. I will let Nil know. That's good to know as well, because I can move my Switch upstairs. So I could probably do some more stuff during that week. That'd be nice. Thanks. Thanks, Sean. I mean, that would make sense at this point in time. But when you get to an older age, it's more probable, because you should be able to have more freedom to do what you want. Especially if you somehow find yourself in situations similar to like Jacob and Jordan, where if you actually are with a partner rather than living with your parents still, then it's more likely that you'd be able to meet people from the internet and actually travel about a little bit more. But you just got to figure that out for yourself, I guess, when the time happens. Who knows? When you're old enough, I might even be dead, so you never know. Anything can happen. It would be nice to reclaim a Sega Genesis again. Same with a Super Nintendo and even an N64. I would like to try and get my my Sega system to record on one of my capture cards. I'll have to try and see if it's a possibility. Stream some original Sonic. That'd be kind of cool. A 124.187. Nice. Keep going. You're almost at the 123s. But yeah, I was up until 7 AM sobering up and cleaning up my vomit. Oh god. Well, I'm not too surprised. And I do feel sorry for you, but not as sorry as I probably should. Because that's just what's expected if you drink a lot, really, isn't it? Finally PB'd 118.686. Really? That's I think that's Mura's time, isn't it? My most hated MC3 run I've ever seen. Or that might be 118.696. Upload it to the database, Jake, and I might take a look at it. If you've actually got that. I refuse to believe that I'm not related to you, because we have many things in common. I mean, I refuse to believe that I'm not related to, I refuse to believe that I'm related to my sister. You know, the funny thing, my parents still don't know I was drinking last night. How? How on earth did you pull that off? You know what, Bradley? I'm gonna tell your parents. when I see them in person one day, I'll be like, you know, one night Bradley drank like nine ciders, yeah, and a load of vodka. And then your dad will probably be like, so? And that would be it. He just wouldn't give a damn. I just feel like that's what your parents would do. Or the complete opposite. Bradley had an atom of cider on his tongue one night and he'd be like, what? Yeah, Sean. Yeah. Ditto, I guess, is the best thing I can say. If you think about it like that, you and your sister would technically once the same age? Maybe? I don't know how testicles work. At least regarding age of... You know what, this is not a conversation for the stream. I'm going to move on before I go in too deep with this one. If I were to reclaim the retro systems, I wonder how well my Elgato would work with them. I mean, I don't know how good or bad quality the systems would look like. You would probably need to convert them first, Shadow. Wait, what's going on here? Well, for a start, my Mega Drive uses an RF cable, which the Elgato can't capture. Yeah, so you probably need like a little capture box for that, or converter. Going too deep if you catch my drift. No, we're ignoring that part. Ignoring that part. Ghost hasn't uploaded yet, but it should be sitting between Faiz and Jongwoo. Well, tell me when it's up. I'll go and take a look. And hello, Lord Soup. My guy. How are you doing? Ah! That little skreek was for you. Yuck. I'm pretty sure the SNES AV cables... I'm pretty sure the SNES uses AV cables. Same AV cables that we can use on the N64. I would not know. What are you on about, Sean? In comparison to Shadow, just getting like a technical question and then you just put that. I'm good, just been lurking for a while. Fair enough. And hello, what is that? Coffee shop stream? What is your FC? Don't have one. There you go. Bradley literally answered. Don't have an FC. Where's Shane and his luxurious 112 time on Jungle Jamble? I don't know. He might have improved it. Only spear players can cheat chat in this stream. So that means Bradley. Bradley's the only one who's allowed to talk all of a sudden. And Sean. And I'll have to mute myself as well. And Lord Suit. So I have to mute the mic. Lord Suit, Sean and Bradley have to all get in a voice call on Discord. And commentate my stream. And no one else is allowed to talk in the chat. Hello, Lewis, by the way. Well, I have Bradley's Discord. There you go then. But I'm in bed, so... Well, call Bradley while in bed. That's what I do. Like 90% of the time. I'm in bed and I just shout Bradley. I'm not meant to be in my tablet. Well, you'll have to get the USB cable, jab it into the side of your neck, jab the other side into the tablet, and it will suck you into the tablet and you'll be inside it. I have the spear player pass. Yeah. Does it count if I play Spear 6 years ago? You'll have to consult that. Beach. Oh god, we still need to make Beach a reality. I will make it a reality. Eventually. When I figure out how to do things. I had a 109.6 back then in LC. Let me talk. Yeah, I might actually... Luigi Circuit's on my list to play for this year, actually, Lewis. If that interests you at all. To know. That is just disgusting. Why? Sorry for asking this question, but Lewis, how old are you? Older than what you think. 25. Oh, I thought you were just a year younger than that, Lewis. Ah! Oh yeah, Shadow's probably the oldest here by quite a bit. By the way, saw my Super Mario 2 video. Nice. And I posted my Super World in the comments. I will take a look. It says it could be my internet, but I'm connected to the server. Awesome. You should make a stream viewer leaderboard. Shadow is older than Tom, yes. And yeah, there's a Vivbot leaderboard. Your account's on like the top 100 for that. Your other account, Sean. Actually, I think he's in the top 20. I was asking because we were giving our ages earlier in stream. Most of the viewers right here right now are teenagers. Yeah, there was someone watching who said that they were 13 earlier. Which would mean that Shadow's old enough to be their dad. What did you study, or what do you do for a living? I assume that's aimed at Shadow. As in Stream Viewer TT leaderboard. Well, that would be very similar to the Team 863 leaderboards. Don't compare me to Tomodachi. I don't want to be Nil's dad. Don't worry. You're not old enough to be Nil's dad. You're safe from being that. If you're not old enough to be mine, you're not old enough to be Nil's, so there you go. Or follow a leaderboard. That would technically be the Vivbot one again. Is it bad that it still feels weird? I'm not a teenager anymore. No. That's not weird. I think that's normal, actually. Though you get used to it after a while. I've got more used to that. Though, actually, I didn't really have that feeling. Because I kind of wanted to be older. But I have my reasons for that, which I won't go into on stream. Though I have done already, Bradley probably knows, so... That's a story for another day. When I'm actually doing good on this track. It feels weird when you realise the digit in the left as your age is not a 1 anymore. Oh god, don't say that, Lewis. Happy second birthday. Yeah, there you go. What genre is your album? Good grief. If you're referring to the Old Questions album that I never finished, then that was quite indie alternative. But the current work that I am pulling together with a friend is more chilled. And laid back, sort of 070 type sounding is the best way I could describe it. More soul. Funkier. Long story short though, I don't have an album as of yet. Never finished one. I personally don't think I'm good enough to finish one yet, actually. Not on my own. I'm not actively going to a studio at the moment, so I can't really work on anything new. Auto spear, no! I don't even want to think about how well that would go. I don't want to even know. I think I got Brett to do an auto spear run once. And he actually beat the time that I got yesterday doing manual spear. So me doing auto spear is not going to be good at all. I already imagined it. No! It doesn't mean I'm going to do it. I don't want to do it. Brett does not count. He is an auto player. That's unfair. That's more of a reason. I'm a manual player. I could try mop bike auto. No, actually, no. I don't want to do that. Forget I said that. I talked myself out of it. Nice one. It's midnight already, Jesus Lord. My life sucks right now. Oh God. What have you guys been doing in quarantine? Other than occasionally working on a new song, literally this. Getting very drunk sounds like a Bradley thing. That's what happened yesterday. There you go, Bradley just pointed straight to it. Do you find it unfair that you guys in Venezuela no longer have Nintendo stuff anymore? I think the Wii U was your last system. I think Lewis moved to Colombia. We can meet in groups in Ireland, though. That sounds like it's good. I mean, people are meeting up regardless of the lockdown at the moment here. I've been going to the beach and the parks and everything, and it's really strange. I've not seen anyone else outside the house for 3 months or something now, though. Not in person. So I spoke to Bradley and a load of others on calls on Discord, but that doesn't count because that's the only way, except for Jacob, that's the only way we've interacted with each other in our lives. Um, what else is there? Not living in Venezuela since 2016. Oh, okay. Well, I don't mind Nintendo. The minimum Venezuelan wage is a very low last time I checked. It was around $4 USD. Nintendo is a business after all. Interesting. It's very difficult to tell what's going on over there. I'm not a musician, Sean, but if I wanted to, I could be a singer. However, I wouldn't know what would be my genre except rap. Wouldn't be a good idea. I mean, that alone already shows that you have an idea of what your genre wouldn't be. So all you would need to do is dabble with a few things to find out what it would be. Listen to some music is literally the best way you can find out if you can sing and what you can sing. I still don't think I can sing very well, actually, but lots of people tell me otherwise. Everyone does, so I just say... I go by saying I'm not a singer, but I sing sometimes. And I've got more joy out of it since going to a studio again, because people seem to just embrace it a bit more. They don't seem to be too, like... patronizing in telling me that I can sing all the time, but they give feedback as well on making it better, if that makes sense. It's bizarre. Also, this is... fuck you! Wow! What was that? Okay. What on earth is going on? Oh, it's gone all political all of a sudden. Where did this turn come from? I can only assume they can't afford one, or can't afford paying taxes to pay online. The minimum salary per month in Venezuela is around $4 USD. I think this issue applies with most Southern American, except Brazil is still one of the available countries. The only way that we can judge how good you are at singing is for you to sing MC3. No. We all know how badly that would go, even if I start to breathe in to do the first note of that. It's a mistake that I do not want to make at 12 at night. No, thank you. Sing MC3 and I tag along. You see, that's the joke. I think, Lewis, is that in Bradley's stream, like really big marathon stream a few weeks back, I was playing MC3, and while I was working on the track, I kept humming the MC3 theme song while I was in the call, and everyone else started doing it as well. And it got so tedious after like an hour or so that Polar got really annoyed and just left the call. Oh god. And then when Bradley was doing his 24-hour stream for the WFC shutdown, he had me and Scyther in the call, And Scyther randomly started humming the MC3 theme song. I think jokingly is because the track was picked in his worldwide he was playing in. And I just couldn't shake it from my head for like the next 2 hours. He just got it stuck in my head and I was humming it. Sing Daisy's mini turbos noise. What? Or Daisy going, wow! You just can't sing that. It's all just shouty and horrible. South American countries have a minimum monthly salary of 250 USD. That's barely more than I make on just my YouTube salary alone. That's actually quite shocking. Ugh. Funny how you mentioned that, seeing how Ecuador uses our currency. I'm just hoping to graduate already to move to the States. You better be careful because you're planning to come here to the US. You better pay for a passport first. I got one, don't worry. And if things go right in a few years, I'll become Spanish. Nice. And then you can move to Spain, and then I can hop across into the EU, and we could hang out and grind out MC3. Like, I can do the triple mini turbos, and you can play the rest of the track, Lewis, and we'll get a 117 in no time. And you can teach me Spanish, and I could try teaching you English, although your English is not bad at the moment. Someone who doesn't natively speak English. That's alright. And that is not. Oh God. Just me practicing my Spanish, fair enough. I mean, you've got someone here that can understand it. And maybe even give you feedback. I have no clue how to speak Spanish. But I will reply to you in English. That's going to be a really interesting conversation. I'll only be able to read half of it. I think I mentioned at one point I wanted to become a world traveller. I know I need a passport myself for that, but still I want to visit certain countries. Like the UK, Japan, France, and even Australia, to name a few. I know what you mean, Shadow. And to be quite honest, I'd like to do that as well. But there's a lot more to that than you think, and I'm pretty sure you know that too. Regarding money and time. Just to name a few. Actually deciding where to go and being able to support yourself while you're traveling around in a foreign country, especially somewhere like Japan. Might need a guide somewhere like that. 'cause it's a very different culture. I want to travel to US, Canada, Spain, UK, and Japan. A niche little handful. I feel like I don't think it would be right for me to list where I'd like to go. Canada and the US for sure. But I think anyone could say most places, and I'd probably say yes. To go in there. There's actually a lot of European countries I think that's on my list that I'd like to go to. Trying to think of where I've already been actually, because the only places I've gone to are in Europe. France, the Netherlands, and I guess technically Germany and Belgium. Not really though, but that was in the same. That was in the same trip as the Netherlands. Sicily, which is part of Italy, Greece numerous times, Croatia, Cyprus, and Finland. Those are the places I've been. And the United Kingdom. I've been everywhere. Scotland, Wales, and England. Not Northern Ireland. Or Ireland, actually. So maybe not the whole of it. But on the main island, yes. I've been there. Jesus Lord. UK because that's where the real English is spoken from. Japan because it's where Nintendo is organised from. France because of the Eiffel Tower. Australia because of Carrie or whatever the mountain is. And even Venezuela because even though I don't speak Spanish, both that country and Mexico are where most of the Spanish television programming is aired here in the US. Interesting. Yeah, no, I mean, I wasn't criticising you, Shadow. I found it interesting that you want to go to France to see the Eiffel Tower. I'm pretty sure there's lots more things there, but yeah. And yes, though, our English is the proper English. But I probably don't speak the proper dialect of it, actually. A lot of my English is what I would personally say to be more casual and laid back. Not to be controversial, but I think Ireland got real English just because of the clean accent. No. I want to travel to Japan, not to be judged for like a foreigner. I will wear a mask and speak Spanish just to see their racist reaction. They will probably assume I'm a robber because I'm somewhat black and Hispanic. Oh god. Hey Offie, how are you doing? We're talking about languages and travelling places. Oh god. I think if I were to choose to go anywhere, I would actually start travelling places independently in the UK. The furthest place I can go independently at the moment is to the studio, which is about 40 minutes away by train from me. And that's stressful enough as it is when they change the train timetables. I want to go to Australia. Nice! That's cool. Just because of the weather. The vibe just seems magical. What about you? There you go. I thought the Eiffel Tower is what France is best known for. I mean, I would personally think that French is what France is best known for. Yes, that's the language that comes from there. God, where would I start? French. There would also be Paris. Paris as a whole is what I feel like France would be best known for, because there's actually, it's very unique, I'd say, as a capital, with both of what it has in the modern day and what it has had in the past. And it's also quite a specific country because you have two variants of climate, really. So like North France could range from between what it's like here in the UK to really mountainous and snowy, and then south of France is very hot, very Mediterranean like country, very different. Oh god, there's so much being said. What on earth? Do you have travel restrictions in the UK at the moment? Yes. I personally can't do anything that I'd usually do because public transport is heavily restricted. What exactly do you like about the weather? It's hot. I hate UK weather so much. I mean, we're not getting bad weather at the moment, Offie. It's been very pleasant recently. Surely you're enjoying this. You would love South America too. America's scared the shit out of me at the moment. Fair enough. I'm living in Medellin, a Colombian city. The weather is mild usually. Well, they aren't that dangerous, to be honest. I feel like France is known for the food as well. Baguettes and croissants, that's another thing as well. That's very true. How did I forget about croissants? They're like my breakfast. Oh, I want a croissant now. My god. What was the last time that I was on your stream? I have no idea, MK Gamer, but welcome back nonetheless. That's true. I've left my house more in the past week than in the whole of lockdown so far. Really? I still haven't left the house more than 3 times in the entire lockdown. I haven't had a croissant in years. Shadow, you're having one tomorrow. I'll give you the money for it. I have some in the fridge that go off tomorrow. Quick! Share them, Offie. Overnight them to me right now. Well, it's a short one. Only heist. See ya. Alright then, MK Gamer. See ya whenever you decide to pop round again. Wow. Technically 28 minutes too late. Sorry, not sorry. What? If they're the really big crispy ones, I would still have them. Alright, those ones are luxurious. I haven't been robbed once, and I have been living here in 4 years. Yet again, you need to be alert, like avoiding going to close alleys where it's very silent in that moment. You need to realize everything seems so perfect that something is up. Ugh. Oh gosh. One place I don't want to travel to is Mexico. It has lots of dangers there. I know they're known for their tacos and they also have good places to visit, but I don't like visiting there. Well, so have you actually been there? That's interesting. Don't know anything about Mexico except for all of the stereotyping and information that I see in like American information about it. So my views of Mexico are very warped. And that is how you develop your survival sense in South America. Some parts of South America do look gorgeous, I can't lie. Chile. Chile looks obscenely nice to go and visit. My cousins have actually been there. Shadow Google. Carreras, Venezuela, I was born there. Ooh. And generally it's the same in the UK, apart from the robbed part. Crime is probably worse here. Oh god. Were you ever at Tom's stream, Offie? When he told you about, when he said, he told a story on stream about something happening to a guy that lived around the corner from him when he was in London. Why should I? I already mentioned that Venezuela television program is aired here in the United States. America feels like a first world country and a third world country combined. That's very true, actually. Some of it is so corrupt, but also looks like perfect. No, I don't think I was there. Oh, he opened up and said a story about when he lived in London. Some guy's dad who lived just around the corner from him had his house broken into, and he was killed in his sleep because his son was involved in a gang crime of some sort. And that's actually what provoked Tom's parents to move down to the south, away from London. It's weird as well, because Tom described it in such a way that it sounded like it was normal. Like he just didn't seem really fazed by it. It was really bizarre. London is really bad, yes. I think actually it's probably the worst in the cities. London, Birmingham, Manchester, Leeds probably as well. It's probably really bad up there. I'd say we're probably a third world country. I believe Russia and China is bigger than us. Third world country isn't based on size. Third world country is based on quality of life for most people, Shadow. And actually Russia and I think quite a lot of areas in China are probably worse than America. Russia specifically, like I think after the Cold War, they really suffered so badly. You shouldn't juggle these places to people. Places people tend to speak out of fear. Just be smart and don't wear too much accessories. Use a taxi if it's too late, and you'll be fine in South America. There you go. I think if I ever go to South America, Lewis, I'll make sure that you're there, because you'll just know what to do. You'll be able to guide me. It's not that. I'm sure it'll be fine. We could all go together. Damn it. I was too shallow. Missing the other paragraph between offies. I haven't been to Mexico, but I've heard there are lots of dangers in that country. The country itself is pretty big. There you go then. I feel like people only visit the UK for business reasons. People probably visit it for both, considering that it's quite a substantial place for business in the western area, but it also has a lot of areas that attract tourism, like London, for example. The city of London has tons of places And it's quite funny, actually, like, all the time that I've been into the actual London city, there are lots of people from, like, Japan and China and Americans walking around, just marveling up. Yeah, they'll hear me swearing and say, we can't mess up with him. He is a Latino too. Wait, what's that in response to? You shouldn't... Oh, yeah, okay, that's that one. Cool. Like, it's just not a very desirable place to visit, really. I mean, I think it's... From our perspectives, I guess, offy, considering we actually live here, and it's what we see in our day-to-day lives... That's what we're gonna say, and I kind of agree with you there, but there are things that actually interest people. Like, I'm pretty sure Shadow could probably list loads of things that he would like to visit if he came to London. I want to visit the UK, but I would not live there. The weather is just too cold. And there you go. Yeah, Lewis just said that. I suppose, like, it doesn't seem that great to us because we live here, yeah. And we know all the shit that goes down because we're here when it does. Like, I would like to visit, I'm sure there's places that I'd like to visit in Europe that aren't really that appealing. I could compete on a game show from the BBC or ITV if I wanted. I don't actually know how easy it is to get on one of those. Shadow. Maybe. Better lines now, yeah. It's a pity because I'm probably going to be finishing in like just over 20 minutes. I can't go too much longer past 1, so 1 is the cutoff. It's annoying. I guess I either needed to talk about countries or have Offie in the chat. Whichever one you want to believe is probably the truth. I don't want to find out what happens next. I'm actually inside the pipe, you can see it. The bike's clipping through the pipe. I live in the USA. I'd rather compete on a certain game show like The Wheel of Fortune or Price is Right. I would compete on other shows like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire because my general knowledge is shit. Oh, you wouldn't? Fair enough. I always make insanely good lap ones and decent laps in the remaining hours of the run. I assume that's going to say remaining minutes of the run. There was a point, Lewis, where I was back when I was playing this with Bowser Bike. I did like a stream of this for 4 hours with Bowser Bike and was just not making any progress. I think it was literally just me and Walrus talking to each other as well in the chat. So I didn't feel like it was a very successful stream. And very depressingly I said, right, I'm going to give it one more go and then I'm going to finish off. And that last go PB'd. It was such a turnaround. I don't think I've actually been launched straight through emotions so quickly as well when I saw that run as well. Very strange. I doubt that's going to be that likely again with this, but you never know. It's pretty much my story with my first MC3 world record. Really? What was your first record? 2 something? .2. I want to say 2:30, but I feel like that's too quick. I'm going to look it up. I want to see if I'm correct. .259. I was so close. 2:30 is the next one along. That was your first record. God, that was 2011. Oh, that makes me feel old. Oh, a story. My heart was shocked when I got a 26.09 lap 2 and I was like, fuck it. I heard a voice in my head that told me to keep going. I did even pause the game. I was about to restart. Wow. Moving up in the world. Offie, you're gonna break through into the one. You're gonna break through into the teens soon. Into the ones, I was gonna say. All the numbers that start with a 1 at the front. Jeez, it looks weird looking back at this track's world record progression. I like how it's like mainly pioneered by one player for the most part. Like there's blocks of players that just play it every now and then. Like there was a back and forth between Unreal and Tat Sawyer in 2008. And then Unreal and Jimbo in 2009. Nobuo jumped in there and then just Jimbo had a lot. Nobuo again. Then Rainier just took it randomly and then Tyler just pioneered it. Followed by Lewis, Tyler again, and then Luke. It's such a weird, you can see where it really had to go. It switched between it being a decent sort of competitive thing and just having to be pioneered by one person because it was just bordering the perfection side. And that was when you and Tyler started to play the track, I feel. The splits were 26.164, 26.098, 25.997. Jesus Lord, was that the first ever 25? That sounds absurd. Yeah, I think Shadow's probably going to get second too. He's very close, look. Wow. Surprising. I'm not sure if it was. I'm going to take a look and see if it was the first world record to have a 25-second lap in. Yes, it was. You were the first person to get a 25-second lap in a world record. Or am I checking it correctly? Yeah. The next run to have a 25-second lap in it was Tyler's 1:18.188. Exactly 0.1 behind the time of his I'm playing against now, actually, which is interesting. Where's my price? I only have memories. I need money. Oh, Jesus Lord. But I can assure you it was the first time someone gets 2 strong laps and a terrible lap too. Everyone was consistent, but I was not. Technically, I've been second due to Sweetie not being here anymore, but now I think I'm officially in second. Again, like I said, he was an actual person that did watch the streams and talk to me, and I knew him very well, so it's not like he was a random bot account, and I can't just discredit him for not having second anymore. I just say that you're uncontested, Shadow, because he's not active. Anyways, just over 10 more minutes left, and then I think I'm going to call it a night. If I casually pull a Lewis to just casually get European tops out of nowhere, I think I'm going to cry. I wonder if it's actually possible for me to get a 25-second lap. I feel like if I did everything that I know how to do as best as I possibly could, all in one run, then yes. But it would barely scrape one, I think. Yeah, Sweetie was here for ages. Sweetie was actually here even before the VivBot leaderboard was, so he was here for a long time. And I think actually, Shadow, you were watching the streams alongside Sweetie before he disappeared, because you started watching them in 2018. I'm pretty sure Sweetie was still showing up back then. It is possible, but it is very unlikely you can get that yet. Yeah. Did he just go completely ghost? Sweetie. Yeah. He just stopped coming up to the streams one day. And me, Amin and Sweetie were all in a group chat with each other on Discord, and he just stopped responding on the chat again around about the same time. He's like 15 or 16, I think. He's not too much younger than my sister, so I would assume the time he disappeared correlated with his GCSEs and if he's in sixth form, then he'd be doing that too. That's weird. It is weird, and it disappoints me, but it's not the first time it's happened. There are lots of people who don't show up anymore, but used to, that I care about. There's actually a decent chunk that are in the top 10 of Vivbot. Whoa, that's huge! Whoa! And I can hear it, and it's in the lamp. And it's back out. Where are you going? That's really quick. What the f... Sorry, there's a moth in here. Where's that gone? That's so cool! Oh, it's moved again. Where's it gone? Oh. I need to find that one. That one is a really pretty moth. It was like a orangey purpley colour, and it was pretty big. A pretty big moth. I never knew him, but hopefully he's doing alright. I hope so too. I hope everyone's doing alright. You'll be able to get that lap one day. Keep it up. Thanks, Lewis. It is very strange, my progress on this track, because I remember you, like, before I even got a .8, you kept telling me that I could get the European tops, and I was just completely in disbelief. And now it's something that I'm grinding for. So you were right all along. That was also a really nice driven lap as well, actually. If I didn't fuck up the shroom, I would have probably been ahead of Tyler coming out of it. We don't do that in America. At least it's not common. What is that? Ghosting. Ghosting is shit. It'll be a while before I rank up again. Is it still quite a ways off then? Looks like you might need another stream. I mean rank up from my current veteran status. Oh, okay. I do not know any of the statuses in that regard. I just know the rankings and the current leaderboard, and that's about it. A Shadow just turned up at my streams one day. I'm not actually too sure how he found me, but I assume he used to watch my YouTube channel videos and then followed through that way. He just shows up one day and hangs out here. Shadow's actually a very unique viewer because he does not play Mario Kart Wii, and yet he's almost here at every stream. And I think you can still count the amount of times I've ever played in a game ever with Shadow on one hand. Offie's similar, but not the same. Offie does share like a common interest in Mario Kart Wii, but doesn't actually play the game, as far as I remember. I could be wrong. Pretty much everybody else plays to some extent, I think. I think the streamer is usually more important than the game. There you go, then. That's kind of what I was trying to get at. You guys, both you and Shadow, share that one thing in common where you guys seem to come here for me rather than the game. That's what most people turn up here, which is nice, actually. It's been so long I can't remember. I don't play Mario Kart Wii because I don't currently own a physical copy of it. My 100% playthrough that I did was on Dolphin Emulator. Ah, so you kind of, if you were to play the game, Shadow, you'd actually play in the same way as Lewis, who plays on Dolphin as well. Hello, Bob. You've literally just came in like 3 minutes to the end. I don't play the game, but it will always have that childhood nostalgia that I love. There you go. For example, as a League player, I tend to watch some streams every 3 months to analyse better player strategies. That would make sense. I'd have to buy a new Wii and modify it just to play Mario Kart Wii and Super Smash Brothers. I could play online via Wimfight. It's not that difficult to do. Though it will probably be, it would definitely be harder to get hold of a Wii at this current point in time. And the hardest thing is to get a Wii. Indeed. God. Imagine the birthday fun rooms. How fun they would be with Offie, Shadow and Lewis in the room as well. Oof, that'll be fun, fun, fun. And I'd only be able to pick one custom track that I like. I really don't want to modify my current Wii, especially since it cannot read discs anymore. I mean, it's up to you. Not being able to read discs makes things a lot harder, I feel. Oh God. Right. One more try past the triple mini turbo and then I'm calling it a night. Bradley just got himself into a Super Mario 64 16-star tourney. What? How? Is he drunk again? The hardest part would be to replace the disc unit, which is integrated. That means you would need to replace the whole Wii internally. It sounds like you basically just need to buy a new console. If Super Smash Bros. Brawl was one of the Wii software titles for the Wii U, I would have no problem recording that game online. Online wouldn't be possible, but I could complete all but one challenge. Modding the Wii is easy because it's an automated process. Is Bradley hungover? It seemed like he was. And hello, Inboxy. You've literally come into the end of the stream. As soon as I get past the triple mini turbo, I'm finishing up the sessions. Hope you've been well though. You only need to give your Wii MAC address to a page that will send you the files needed, if I recall correctly. That's for Letterbomb, I think. So it can then put Homebrew or Revolution on your channel. Ugh, that's a shit triple. There's a 0.4, just a 0.4 lap. Oh, not even that, just dead. Some guy has a bet for it. Why? I don't know. Anyways, we're done here. Oh yeah, the letter bomb's easy, but it's really weird because you need to... It works better with smaller volume SD cards. So the larger the volume of your SD card, the longer you technically have to wait for the letter bomb to show up, and that's really confusing. I'll see if I've uploaded any, if I've got anything to upload. I don't think I've finished anything today, but that's alright. That's not how it works. If an SD card works... Wait, if an SD card works on the Wii menu, letter bomb works the same across all SDs. Okay then. If I were to use letter bomb, I want to get an ISO of a digital download of Super Smash Bros. Brawl rather than a physical copy of the game. You would need to use like an ISO patcher through Revolution, wouldn't you? Through Homebrew, sorry. Something's changed here. What's gone on? Or am I just going insane? No, that's... What? Oh, it's this thing. That's Dane. Dane fucking up the leaderboard with another account. That was very confusing. I thought that said Batcake then. There you go. It's good now, Jake. You can watch it on stream and then Lewis can give you tips. Or I can give you tips. Yeah, 0.5 immediately. Why did I just put that over the microphone? I'm already insane. Thinking I'm already ending off stream. Leave stream on so I can listen to your CTGP channel music. That's my music. I made that in college, actually. The song itself is actually called Salsa Pizza or something. Really stupid. After you install homebrew, things are easier. But to be fair, Super Smash Bros. Was poorly optimized, which is a shame because it is a very enjoyable game. The online system needs a lot of work. Oh, I see. That's why. Someone would have to teach me that, but only after I decide to buy a new Wii. I don't even want to repair my current Wii because I'd have to pay $200 just to get it completely fixed. Release Salsa Pizza. It's a banger. Maybe. Alright. Let's take a look at Jake's run to finish us off then, shall we? And I'll race against it with standard cart. No. Ugh. Oh god. I wasn't expecting you to change the me as well. It looks really weird. Let's see. I think your first turn's better than mine. That double looked a bit slow to me. Shroom was nice. That was too far to the left, and you didn't soft drift the ending. That looked better. The double was poorly done. Last corner needs a lot of improvement. There you go. Oh god! That wasn't very nice. At least you do the first turn correctly. It looks better than I can do it. Last corner needs a lot of improvement. Bad alignment after the double mini turbo part. I wasn't even checking the alignment there. Trash run almost reset after that. At least you got the 0.6. It's not an indication that it's a bad run as much as it is that you could improve it. Basically, your ending is shit. Work on that. There you go. You get at least a 118.5. Let's see if I got a 118.5 I compare that with. Got Tom's 0.5. That's the lowest. I'm so shocked that's the lowest 0.5. I did have Russo's, but I deleted that the other day so I could look at that 0.7 that I got. There you go, that puts it into perspective quite nicely actually. Hey! You finally got to second. Nicely done. Oh, that's so painful. And with that, then, I put Sweetie in the coffin. Welcome to second, Shadow. Hope you enjoy it. Yeah, I could tell. Right, we're done. You got to see a finished run and it wasn't by me, but that's okay. Right. What is the Wii remote pointing at? Go to the Wii Shop channel. Interesting. Right, let's take a look, see who's hostable at the moment. Sosis, Tom, and Emil. Anyone else? Let's take a look. Play Uno. Oh God. Would I literally be able to? I'd probably only be able to play against you in Voxy. And maybe Bob if he has Uno. We'll do an Uno celebration when I finally PB. I promise that. I'm promising too much though. How do you get this video game? You install it through a WAD via the homebrew. Oh, Daniel's streaming Rainbow Road. I'll host him. Right. Thank you, everyone, for coming around today. I barely made any substantial progress in the game at all. But we had a good stream. We had good conversations. And so I guess it was compensated in that regard. Disappointing, but enjoyable, I guess. Right, anyways, I'm going to host Daniel. He's currently doing Rainbow Road. So yeah. Take it easy, everyone. I will see you whenever I see you. And yeah, goodbye. Oh, fuck. Never mind. Let me get the name right first. Right. Take 2.